Hello, welcome everyone to Education Wednesday. Today we're going to be talking about set up your TikTok measurement with GTM. My name is Ron Sherbet, and here at Marketing for Higher Education, our team helps colleges, universities, and private high schools increase their enrollments and reduce their marketing costs with measurement. I want you to think before we get started today about the one step or the one thing that will make you a better marketer through measurement or a better measurement marketer. And remember that we all start in the same place, and like everything else we do in life or learn, we do it one step at a time. Before we get started, to really be good at measurement, you need a framework. And the framework I'm about to show you, I learned from Chris Mercer from measurementmarketing.io. And this framework basically has 3 steps. And as you know, everyone starts off marketing the blind. We all do. We just, it's the way we all start. And then we all hope to get here someday where we can predictably know our results and know that we're going to increase our enrollment and reduce our marketing costs through measurement. The framework has 3 steps. It's got the plan, the build, and the launch. And each step has 3 steps. So in the plan, it's what we call KIA. It's questions, information, and action. When it comes to questions, these are the questions you want to answer. So you plan out what questions you want to get answered. Then you get the information, or you think about the information that you need to collect to answer those questions. And then it comes down to action, which is one of the 2 very important steps in this framework. And the action we like to say is if this, then that. In other words, say you set a goal for 5% conversion, and the way you would play roll this action part would be if it's under 5%, we're going to rework the copy on the page. And if it's 5% or over, we're going to increase our ad spend. And then that'll take us to the build stage where it's results, traffic, and story. The results are basically just answers to your questions. We like to call it ACE. We want to see how the students become aware. How do they complete the task that we want? And how do they engage with the website along the way? And then the traffic is the who, what, and why. Who is sending you traffic? What type of traffic are they sending you? And why are they sending you that traffic? And once you got your results to your questions and you know your traffic, you're starting to see a story. And that story will put you into the launch, where it's listen, forecast, and optimize. When it comes to listen, this is where you're listening to how people are interacting with your websites. And we're really looking for trends and patterns. Remember, the truth is in the trend and the power is in the pattern. The next one is forecast. And I said there's 2 steps that are very important here, action being one of them, and forecast is the other one. With the forecast, you always want to be measuring your results from your forecast. So in the action, you had predicted that you would have a 5% conversion. So when you start to measure your results, you're going to find out whether it's under 5%, where you're going to rework the copy, or it's 5% or over, where you're going to increase your ad spend. Then the next step is optimize, where everybody wants to get to. And the trick with optimization is just meeting people's expectation. If you meet people's expectation, you will have good optimization and good conversion. When you really want to get conversion, the best way to do it is meet people's expectation. And the way to kill conversion is to not meet people's expectation. We all have expectation when we do something on a website or anything in life. And if I click on an ad that says it's going to bring me to a computer science information, I expect to land on a page that talks about computer science, not the homepage of the university where I have to go investigate and find out where computer science is. So let's jump into it. Okay, here we are back in Google Tag Manager, teaching GTM container. And before we get that, there's a couple things that we're going to need to do to set up the TikTok pixel. Number one is you're going to have to set up a TikTok account, and I already have one set up. So basically what it would do is you just go to ads.tiktok.com and you would create an account, and it would have you come to tools and set up to an event. Okay. So what I always tell people is to Google how to set up TikTok with GTM. Okay. Or you can say, TikTok ads. So this will bring you over here. We normally want to look for the TikTok stuff, right? You want the platform docs because they're going to keep them updated the most. Julian and stuff, they do a really great job. Marissa from measurement.io does a great job too, but they may do something like us that we don't do it all the time. If TikTok makes an update, they're going to update their docs right away. So you would click on this and it would explain how to do it. Okay. We show you how to get started and everything else. Okay. There you go. And this would tell you how to get started and would give you everything that you need here. Now, the other thing that you're going to need is a TikTok Pixel Helper to see if it's working. And this, you're just going to put TikTok Pixel Helper in the search and you'll see the Google Chrome extension. I'll click on this and normally what you will see is will install, but you see that I already have it there. So when mine says remove from Chrome, yours would say install. Okay. And that little Pixel Helper is this thing right here. Okay. TikTok Pixel Helper. As you can see right now, it says no TikTok Pixel request detected. So let's go back to TikTok dashboard and we're going to show you how to set up a tag. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come to this tool section and you're going to click on events. And this is the way you would create your Pixel 2. So it gives you a choice of app events, web events, and offline events. We're going to choose the web events and you're going to click on manage. Now, if you don't have a Pixel, here it's going to say create Pixel. Okay. We already have a Pixel. So that says demo Pixel right here. So this is our ID number right here, our Pixel ID number. And what we're going to do is we are going to take this and we're going to click on the demo Pixel. Now, if you had hit create, it would bring up this page. It would bring up the code for you. So what we're going to do is here in the settings, this is where it would bring up. You can see our account. And down here, you're going to see your TikTok Pixel base code. And this is what gives you a page view with TikTok. So we're going to click on this and you have choices to copy the Pixel code, email the Pixel code, or download the Pixel code. We are just going to copy it. Okay. And now we're going to come over here. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a tag. I'm going to create a brand new tag. And it's going to be a custom HTML tag. And then we're going to take that code that we just copied and we're going to paste it right in here. Just like this. Okay. Now, the one thing is that this has to match yours. So when you click on that, this will be make sure this is your Pixel number. Okay. Because that's going to be your Pixel number right here. Okay. And we're just going to copy that right now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to name this TT for TikTok, Pixel, and page view. Okay. And we're going to trigger it on all pages. And we're going to save it. So now what should happen is when we do the preview, this should show a Pixel page view. So let's click on the preview, connect it, continue our tags. Okay. And here on the container loaded, you can see that Pixel and page view fired. Okay. It says it fired right here. And it fired because it fires on all pages. So now, if we come over to Pixel here, you can see that it's lit up with the number 2. Okay. And if we click on it, it says that, this warning It's because we don't have code, but it says right here, if you installed the pixel with Google Tag Manager, disregard this. So obviously we will. And there you go. We have a page view. And if you click on this little arrow, it will tell you more about some things about it. Okay. So that's how you put the page view in the TikTok Pixel ID with Google Tag Manager. Now we're going to close out of here because what this doesn't do is it doesn't do the events for you. So with TikToks, if you want to do events and they have different events, they have a thing like the Facebook Pixel thing template in Google Tag Manager. So what we would do, we would come down to templates. So we're going to search the gallery and we are going to click on the little search button right here and we're going to put TikTok. And as you can see, two of them come up. Now, this one was the older one and it worked, but it wasn't as easy. Now, TikTok has their own, which is great because anytime they do something, they will automatically update this. So all you do is you click on this. Okay. And then just like the Facebook, you're going to say add to workspace. And of course, it's going to tell you, that by adding it, you're adding script. So now we have it added right here. Okay. So now if you want to do an event, it would basically be the same way. Okay. You would click a new tag and click the pencil. And just like you came down to Facebook, you would come down to TikTok. And of course, you need your Pixel ID in here. And so as you remember, we had copied our Pixel earlier. So what I will do is I will copy it right in here. Now, while I copied that in here, and here's your list of events, and you can see you have complete payment, add to cart, all these. And basically these ad platforms are most like more for e-commerce and not educational. So there may be something that you can use here, contact, download. And again, a lot of universities may not advertise with TikTok. That's up to your department and obviously measuring and seeing what kind of results you get. But say I wanted to do a complete registration, I would just put that. Okay, I would name that. I would copy this. Okay, so I would put TT complete registration, and then I would set up a trigger and say I wanted to set up a trigger of a page view of a thank you page. So I click on that and then I save. So before we go and test that tag, I want to show you how to set up a constant variable where you don't have to keep on copying and pasting your pixel in. You're going to come to variables. You're going to scroll down to where it says the user defined, and you're going to click new. And you'll click the pencil up here. And here's the ones that you can add. And you are going to be looking for a constant. You click on the constant. You just put your pixel ID here. And then you're going to put C for constant variable and TT pixel. Okay. And then you'll save that. So the next time that you go to create a tag for TikTok, all you're going to have to do is click on here. Okay. Right here. It's a constant one. And then you just put it in like that. The other way you can do it is if you click on this and say you didn't have this in here, you can also just hit the double brackets and click on there, and that will save you from always copy and paste it. So now let's test to see if we got our event. We're going to hit preview. And again, you always want to start with a fresh box like this to make sure everything's working. Let it connect. Okay. And you see our page view fired. Let's go to thank you for joining. And if everything worked out, we should see right here on the container loaded, we should see our complete registration, and it fired. Okay. So we know that's working. Now, the one thing in Events Manager, because it is 24 hours, okay, before you see it, you will have to check to see your events in here to see if they're pushing. And once they are, then you can come back to your Google Tag Manager and you can publish your container. You would just hit that and you could give it a descriptive name like published TikTok pixel, right? Just put something like that. Obviously, you might want to put a capital T, and then you would publish it. And once you publish it, it would start recording everything and give you everything live. Okay. So that is going to wrap up this Wednesday's Educational Wednesday. And as you know, we like to put out free content every Wednesday for the universities and colleges and private high schools to increase your enrollment and reduce your costs and improve your marketing. If you want to subscribe, you can go to mhe.tips/subscribe to get on our list, or you can go to marketingforhighereducation.com/subscribe, and it'll bring you to the same page where you can sign up. If you have any suggestions on topics that you would like to see us cover, you can just reach out to us. And if you have any questions, and we always get some questions about how people can work with us, or if you just have a question that you need an answer to, you're not quite sure, send it to us and we would be happy to answer it for you. The best way to reach me is ron@marketingforhighereducation.com. So if you have any suggestions, any questions, just reach out to me and either myself or a team member will get back to you with the answer that you're looking for. That wraps up this Educational Wednesday. We'll see you next Educational Wednesday. Have a good day, everyone.